Hey, what's up, everybody? BDL44 coming at you with another video. Can you believe it? The Los Angeles Lakers went on the road in Toronto and won an overtime game, 128-123. I'm having a shock right now. I can't believe it. They started the game off strong, having started Wenyen Gabriel and Dwight Howard, and we got off to a pretty solid start. Even though we didn't necessarily get out to an early lead per se, it was one of those situations where the lead was going back and forth, but we gave ourselves an actual chance by having real size on the floor against those bigs that they had. And let me tell you, I mean, obviously the Toronto Raptors are missing OG Anunoby, who's a big time starter for their team, borderline all star, probably would be an all star if he were healthy all season long. But all in all, they got some great performances out of some big time players. Scotty Barnes, my God, that kid is good. 31 points. I think he had like 17 boards, 6 assists. I'm telling you, Scotty is the truth. He is just a spectacular two-way basketball player that, scary, absolutely scary talent. You look at a guy like Precious Achua, who had a really good game out there. Gary Trent Jr. hit 4 threes, huge threes. That boy was dropping some haymakers out there. Before regulation ended, he was hitting shots. Fred Van Fleet was strong. I think he had like 22 or something like that. To me, it seemed like Toronto didn't really dig deep enough into their bench. They had some guys down there that just had a lot of DNPs and stuff like that. They kept it short. And I just felt like that kind of played in our favor a little bit because we were doing a little more searching, a little more playing of players, and got more out of our bench than they were able to. We're a bit fresher than they were able to be, believe it or not. I can tell you the truth, man. I don't think I've seen the Lakers play better this season at any point. That first quarter was great. It carried over to a strong second quarter. I was kind of concerned about the third quarter and missed a bunch of it trying to look for links and stuff like that, but we kept ourselves in the mix. We didn't lose ground. And in the fourth quarter, we stayed strong. We did what we had to do. Down the stretch of regulation, I was a little frustrated with Frank Vogel because I felt like even though we had started well with size, down the stretch of the game, he gave us no size at the end of that fourth quarter. But our guys fought so hard. And as I've been saying, you're going to find situations where guys are starting to get better at doing things that they shouldn't have to be asked to do. You're just getting more thinking like bigs coming out of your smalls out there who are playing these big roles. You're seeing better rebounding out of these guys, better defensive playing. They're swarming better. They're closing out better. And you just saw effort in places where otherwise you don't see it. Team looked like they went out and had a fire lit out from underneath them. They were inspired somehow. I don't know what shot them in the arm with this adrenaline, but I'm sure happy it happened. You just saw good performances up and down the board for the Los Angeles Lakers. I don't think too many players had bad games. Russell Westbrook played maybe his best floor game. Even though he had some funny air balls, some really bad shots, some mistakes down the stretch of regulation. Ultimately, you live and die with what it is he decides to do. And this time, one of his decisions really paid off for. He made a defensive play down the stretch of regulation, stole the ball, went down the other end, and shot a prayer 3-point shot. And he had hit 4 threes tonight, so that shot was falling. I thought he played great in terms of looking for others. He did a good job of not forcing bad shots a good portion of the time. Even though he missed some shots and they were funny-looking shots, he passed up so many opportunities to take shots that he otherwise takes and misses, for opportunities to look for guys cutting, for opportunities to just look for better shots in general. And I thought that his decision-making tonight was one of the reasons why we won the game. He did things that helped us. Granted, you still had to deal with the mistakes, and they are there, but I can assure you he looked closer to the regular Russell Westbrook today than he ever has with the Lakers. This was the closest we've seen to the actual Russell Westbrook. He gave us what we needed: 22 points, triple-double. Like I said, he hit 4 threes tonight. He shot pretty good. So given the circumstances, even though he had 4 turnovers, you love the fact that those turnovers came in a way that didn't take away from the overall team tonight. You don't remember those turnovers really because he was putting himself in positions to make good plays, good passes, and better decisions. Still almost cost us the game, jacking up some bad shots close to the end of regulation. Missed a bad 3-point shot that he kind of forced up there, stuff like that. Just he's still not out of the woods, obviously. But if this can be something that is a prelude to what we see from Russell Westbrook, we might see good games out of him yet. So I'm extremely encouraged by a good performance by Russell Westbrook tonight. Avery Bradley, I mentioned him in the pregame video, and it's so important that I mention him now because he has really looked a lot better since coming back from his injury. And tonight, he looked about as good as he ever has. I mean, he shot the ball like it was 2020. You know, the very things that we used to say we loved about Avery Bradley, why we were so happy he was starting every game in 2020, is the stuff that we saw from him tonight. Good defensive plays, good closing out, stealing the ball, hitting his threes, making clutch free throws, rebounding the ball, making plays for others. Everything you need to see from your shooting guard, AB gave me tonight. And for all of the times that I say I'm not happy with him or didn't want to see him play all of that, I was certainly happy he was out there tonight. He helped us win. He was a big part of what happened tonight. We got that victory. Stanley Johnson was fantastic, even though he didn't score the ball very much. He rebounded. He played hard. He stole the ball. All the different things that you need to see him do. He gave it to us. Malik Monk was explosive tonight. 3-point shot was falling. He did some of the things that we like seeing him do. But most importantly, what I saw was him attacking the rim tonight. That really, really helped us a lot. Austin Reeves played fantastic. Drawing fouls, hitting shots. The only thing is that 3-point shot still isn't quite where we want it to be with him, but he's continuing to take it, and he will make it eventually. I think he hit 1 or 2 of them tonight. But what we saw from him was rebounding, assists, defense, playmaking, all different types of stuff that you want to see from Austin Reeves. He gave it all to you tonight, and it showed up in the box score. He is a jack of all trades and will continue to be relevant with statistics going forward. Do not underestimate how many different things he can do for you in a given game. Quite a bit. So yeah, he was fantastic. We didn't see THT tonight. They set him, and I thought we supplemented very well. You know, Avery Bradley needed to step up big in his stead, and I thought he did that. King James was phenomenal, man. He played one of his best floor games tonight, in my opinion. Just doing what all we needed him to do, attacking, hitting big clutch shots down the regulation stretch, letting Russell Westbrook make certain decisions, deferring to him, letting him kind of be himself a bit more, playing off the ball a lot tonight. I saw cutting a lot, good ball movement, good player movement tonight. You know I complain about that a lot. I thought we did a great job of doing much better in those areas, just making sure that we were moving more, doing more active stuff, being more active out there, fighting hard for 50-50 balls. Even though I don't think we did win that battle ultimately, I thought we did a much better job tonight rebounding. Much better job tonight. I think we matched their defensive rebounding total and only had 3 less offensive rebounds than them. So we definitely attacked the boards with the extra size out there. Wenyen Gabriel missed 1 single shot tonight, just 1. 7 out of 8, and he would have been much better if he wouldn't have gotten early foul trouble and wouldn't have tweaked his ankle in that third quarter. That dude, I told you, he runs the floor hard. He seals well. He makes sure that each and every moment he's out there matters as somebody who truly understands the moment that he's in. And I respect Wenyen Gabriel's game, and I'm happy that the effort turned into some stats for him tonight, because he has obviously been capable of doing this the entire time he's been with us. And I just didn't think he was getting those opportunities, but you could see the hunger to score, the hunger to fight, the hunger to do what it is the Lakers need him to do was there. He has it. We just needed to give him those opportunities. And I felt like him playing the 4, Dwight at the 5, and LeBron at the 3 tonight, or him at the 3. I wasn't sure if LeBron was at the 4. It didn't matter. The point was that lineup gave us so many opportunities at offensive rebounds and just ultimately keeping the ball out of their hands and erasing mistakes Russell Westbrook and others make down there. Very, very, very helpful. You can see it in the score. We're just a better team when we respect size. So I thought that was a big catalyst for why we were able to keep up with this team and ultimately beat them. Have size on the floor. Stanley Johnson, Wenyen Gabriel, Dwight Howard. We got good stuff out of those guys. Let's see. Please continue to get the ball to Um, oh, my guy's name, Augustine. DJ Augustine. Please get the ball to him more. Give him more shots. I think he was 3 of 6 tonight. That means he should have probably shot about 9, 10 shots. So we can up his shot total a bit more, and I think we'll be better for it. He's one of our best 3-point shooters and doesn't have some of the bad habits that have come from being on this team and being frustrated over time. So I think we should give him more minutes going forward. I just like how we play with him on the floor. Even in lineups where he's out of position, he tends to do very well. So I'm happy with him. And with that being said, he's been some good pickups, man. Listen, these last 2 pickups, we're happy with them. The way they've played, DJ Augustin, Wenyen Gabriel, thumbs up. I'm happy with both of those pickups. What we need to do now, find me another couple of Wenyens. Portland, like I always say, has filled their team up full of those guys. And they're all playing well, all giving career highs, double career highs on a night. That's the type of thing the Lakers should be doing. Look for all the best G League guys and just give them opportunity with these last 13 games. And maybe we'll be good enough to, grab a couple of those guys and maybe trade them. That's all it's about, man. And I think Wenyen Gabriel has played himself into being someone that we can say, you know what, either we could trade him in the offseason or we could feel real good about making him a player on our rotation next year. And I think it would be a damn good idea to do that. Damn good idea. You know what I mean? He's everything we want him to be. We're not going to overrate him or put expectations upon him. But what I will say is if he plays like he did tonight every night, he's going to be a starter in this league. So I'm excited about his future. So, yeah, man, very happy with the Lakers, man. An overtime win. Like I said, LeBron James was phenomenal, 35 points. And just making them plays for others. I liked what I saw from the Lakers in terms of making the second pass or the third pass. I just felt like we were doing a fantastic job working with one another. Had more assists than the other team tonight, which I thought was impressive. And withstood some monster performances. I mean, when a rookie like Scotty Barnes goes off in the way that he did, putting up Hall of Fame type numbers on you, you don't expect to win. When you're in on his home court, you got a lot of their talented team out there healthy. You don't expect the team to go out there, especially given the fact that we have some of the deficiencies that we did. But Coach chose to run those bigs, and we got off to a much better start, unlike these last couple of games where we got off to horrible starts. And I think we were able to sustain. Guys didn't drop their shoulders because they were getting help out there. On the weak side, you see more effort from our star, LeBron James, because he was seeing more effectiveness take place down there. It's like once guys see they have an opportunity to succeed, then the effort follows. But when they have no size out there, they don't want to play. And that's what I've learned about these vets in this team. And the kids are going to follow whatever the vets are on. So if the vets are open and feeling it, the kids are just going, they're going to do the best they can, but they ain't going to be able to sustain. So I just felt like we got good leadership tonight. We did the best we could with our roster for the most part. I thought guys were unselfish. I thought guys put out the effort out there. I thought guys played defense. I thought guys rebounded the ball hard, played physical, didn't complain to refs as much, which I thought was very important because we weren't getting our calls out there. And I just ultimately thought we got some good play out of everybody. And I mean everybody. I didn't think there was a single soul out there that I was upset to see on the floor tonight. And this is just the best game the Lakers have played all season. Truly. Now, I don't know what that means for the next game. We got to turn around tomorrow and play in Washington. Got Kuzma in there. But I can tell you this, we're gonna circle this one and remember this is probably the best win we've had all season. We went into a playoff team's house with most of their stars. Clearly they're the better team, and we got them. Got them in overtime with effort and just nothing but hustle. So I want to give the game ball to Russie for just ultimately winning the game with the big shot or sending it to overtime and ultimately getting us as far as we did. BDF 44, y'all.